Hi there, my name is Staci LoBosco, and this is my video entry for the Happy Sleepyhead Scholarship. Thank you for your consideration, and I will tackle these questions to the best of my ability here. So, in my opinion, I think that modern technologies are definitely not replacing humans. I know that might sound a little bit against the grain. They're absolutely tools in humankind's hands because if you think about it, we are the ones who invented those modern technologies. So we're simply optimizing our time here on Earth and our ability to get things done more efficiently and ability to sort of streamline our resources and things like that. If we are smart enough as an existing human race to create these things, why in the world would we weed ourselves out of the equation, right? There's no way. We'll come up with another way to make sure that we are still an integral part of our functioning here on Earth, like as a whole human race. I think that the internet shapes the perception of our needs and dreams in both a positive and negative manner. So it depends on your perspective, right? It can be really negative in the sense of you're constantly looking at what's going on around you, doing this comparison, thinking that what you're doing isn't enough. It isn't glamorous enough. It isn't fun enough. It isn't expensive enough. It isn't lavish enough. It isn't heartfelt enough. So it becomes this like thief of all joy, right? But at the same time, it's also an education tool. It teaches you what's out there, how many things you don't know, how much more room for opportunity you have, how many more things you have left to learn. It can really widen your horizons. It can encourage you to step out of your comfort zone, to read the next book, to have the next conversation, to talk to the stranger that you've been dreading talking to, all because you saw a motivational meme or GIF or a goofy video or things like that. So ultimately, it can work both for you and against you, purely dependent upon your state of mind and your ability to pull out of it what you want to pull out of it. It's all about your perspective going into looking at whatever the item is or the article that you're reading. Regarding how important a good night's sleep is for productivity, well, is this a question? It's absolutely essential. Are you kidding me? As the queen of sleep problems for numerous of years, I've worked really hard to overcome them from my mid-20s, and now I'm 32 years old, to be able to really peel back what makes me tick. And a huge factor to my good and bad days is my sleep quality. Sleep isn't just critical for energy, but if we really break it down, sleep dictates our hormones, which then in turn dictate our mood, which then in turn dictate our productivity. That even comes down to how well our muscles are firing. And I don't mean that from a fitness perspective. Sure, if that applies here, great. But I also just mean from a functionality perspective. Are you dreading getting out of bed because you didn't get enough restoration while you were sleeping? Did your organs and your muscles not get enough oxygen because you were wrestling around on an uncomfortable bed all night, or you were kind of hyperstimulated throughout the day and you didn't take enough time to wind down before you laid down for bed? Sleep is an absolute deal maker or breaker regarding productivity. I am a walking poster child for this. I've been in both the trenches and on top of the mountain with sleep quality, so I can sit here and say I am speaking from experience. That is my contribution to the scholarship questions here. Thank you very much for your consideration, and I hope to hear from you soon when you announce the winners.